Hey guys, so I'm Eloisa Natalicio, the author of this website and its posts. Here, I'm going to talk about my memoir essay that I wrote earlier this year. Like my other posts, it does focus on a social issue, but here I don't talk about how we can change for the better. So the original title was I'm American Too, and that's because I've recently had an experience that sort of made me feel alienated from what I consider to be my nationality. I mean, with the pandemic's effects wearing off, we don't think about it being the pandemic that much anymore. But back in 2020, a study showed that there was a 149% increase in anti-Asian hate crime rates. Here in Utah, it wasn't that much of a big deal, but it still made many others feel unsafe in their own country. The study even acknowledged that negative stereotyping had contributed to that. A major relevant stereotype is that the virus originated from China, and with our own president at the time encouraging it by calling it all sorts of names, like the Kung Flu, which I myself must admit, that one's actually kind of funny. Now, yeah, that's like 3 years old now, but I talk about it because, it's kind of relevant to the story right now. Just this last November, I was sick and thus wore a mask. I was so sick I was losing my voice, making my cough sound even worse. So when I sat down for lunch and coughed, still wearing my mask by the way, I was surprised to hear the guy next to me say, "Yeah, be careful guys, she's the one who brought COVID here," to some passing girls. And I'll be honest, it was embarrassing. I was offended not just because I'm not Chinese, but because there are a lot of people who have suffered because either they contracted the virus and suffered, or lost someone to the virus. And in that case, I can honestly say that I still don't feel like I'm being discriminated against, but I can still easily say that I have been affected by racism. For instance, I've had a similar experience to many other Asian Americans where we don't fully embrace our culture in public, such as accepting it being the butt of the racist jokes or not bringing certain foods to school, which was mentioned in a Washington Post article, which will be in my references along with any other sources I've used, such as the study I mentioned earlier. But this isn't anything new. The anti-Asian hate has a long history in America, which you can find summarized in another Washington Post. And even if there has been some actions taken to sort of apologize, though these recent racial tensions resurfacing kind of show us that we can still improve.